Tom had an associate. The end result, let's go to the end result. It didn't work.
Didn't work.
6 months, how long was he with you?
Almost a year.
Year, how much money did you waste?
Close to $50,000.
Okay, 1 year, $50,000. Not the way to do an associate, right? Okay, so having said that, and now learning all these steps with associate, let's start with the beginning. So do you remember how he got to you?
I put an ad.
Okay, ad out, fine. And then, did you evaluate his personality?
Yes.
You did? Okay, and what did you?
I did the disc profile on him, and then I sent it to the management company I was working
Okay.
with. And they had a recent graduate who was working for the company called and said, yeah, it looks fine to me.
Okay, did they explain any of that to you? So you didn't know what it meant,
No.
you just took it
He
and
just
sent
said,
it
yeah,
away?
this guy looks fine.
Okay, knowing what you know now, what was he? What personality was he?
He was phlegmatic.
Okay,
Wow.
so his practice management time, the other one, obviously not me, told him to hire the wrong person.
Right.
The worst person you could hire, that's who they told him to hire. Okay, I didn't know that. Did you check with any of his motivators, what motivated him? Because remember we talked about circumstantial, external, internal. Did you go, I know you didn't know that at the time, but was there anything that you tried to do to
I did not interview him for internal motivators.
Nothing. So you didn't check motivation at all?
No.
Okay, 0. How important is motivation? Okay, so we're 0 for 2 right now, right?
Right.
Okay. Purpose? Did you check on that at all?
Yeah, I did ask him about why he got into chiropractic.
Okay, and what did you find?
He was a wellness-based kind of person, and it sounded like a great idea.
Okay, so he didn't have an experience?
No, he had experience with
A
chiropractic.
personal experience?
Yeah, but it wasn't deeply emotional to him.
Okay.
He just liked it.
Okay, so a half, maybe 1 of 3, kind of, sort of. Okay, and then tell me why you hired him then. What did you like about him that you thought would be successful?
He was a nice guy, and he had a great personality as far as everybody liked him. He was easy to get along with. He seemed very motivated at the time.
Phlegmatics are easy to get along with, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
He was a real pleasant guy, good-looking guy, and he turned out to be a really hard worker.
Okay.
But
Anything else that we didn't cover that you looked at? Did you look at anything else in his history?
he did have a good work background. I mean, he had taken care of himself most of his life. I don't remember if he had a real stable
Did you do that
family.
purposefully? Did you
No.
go into his
No,
work
no.
background at all?
No.
Okay, that's real important. We go back into the work background, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What else did you look at that we didn't talk about?
I don't remember anything else.
Okay. And then the main reason you hired him was?
His personality was, he was smart,
Okay.
seemed very competent,
Okay.
and was really motivated at the time.
That you thought?
Yes.
Okay. Looking back, as we know motivation, do you have an idea of where he stood with
That
motivation?
was circumstantial.
Okay, so he didn't have any internal pain? Or was it low?
Not- very low.
Okay.
I mean, he had just gotten married. He didn't have any money. He had a whole bunch of student debt.
But his history, as he was imprinted as a child.
No, he had a very good family
Okay,
life.
so he was imprinted well, which does what the motivation? Lowers it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get the picture where we're starting, right? We're headed to a bad situation right now, aren't we? Okay. Training. What kind of training did you have?
So with the management group I was with, I sent him back east, and he spent 2 weeks learning how to do new patient acquisition and some patient retention. But
So
it was
you-
mostly new patient acquisition.
So you totally left the training up to somebody else.
Yes, and they
And
promised
did
he
you
would
know-
come back a machine.
And did you know what they were training?
Yeah, I had been to seminars, and they said, here's what we're gonna teach.
Okay, so you had an agenda of what we would teach them.
No agenda, but I'd heard it. They're like, this is what we're gonna teach.
Okay. And you send him out there, and what happens? He comes back, and
Didn't have a clue.
how quickly did you know he didn't have a clue by the time he got back?
Within a week.
And so what's happening with you now? How are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I'm hoping everything will just work out, and so I did what they told me to do, tried to get him to do spinal screenings, and then just waited and hoped.
tried to do some activities.
Mm-hmm.
Activities, I take it, weren't real successful?
No,
Okay,
we tried all kinds of different things.
right.
And,
And now you know why it wasn't
Yeah.
successful. Okay.
absolutely.
And then you just let this go on,
Yep.
okay? And how long, at what point did you know this was a bad situation and you're losing money? And you're
Well,
starting to
after
get a little concerned.
After 6 months, I just had a bad. I
So
knew
it took
wasn't-
6 months.
Yeah, he didn't have his. It took. I mean, we hired him before he even had his license, and we waited 3 or 4 months for him to get on an insurance panel. And then I thought.
How long did you have to wait before he got his license?
Like a month.
Okay, not too
And then-
long.
No, but
Okay.
then we started working to get him on the insurance panels. We figured once we got him on the insurance panels, it'll be easier to get patients for him. And then we opened a satellite office, which cost me a bunch of money.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because we were trying
Because of him?
just for him.
Okay.
Because Kaiser is big in our area, and I'm not on their panel, but like about 25-30%
Okay.
of the
Now,
population.
see this? So we don't, and this is exactly you. So he didn't even have the systems down, didn't have the success, but let's spend more money and put him in office on his own.
Yeah.
What part of this makes sense?
Made sense.
See,
at the
looking
time.
back, like right now, you could go, what the hell were you thinking?
You think a lot of guys, when they hire their first associate, they get so like, I'm bringing this associate, they get so excited, they just kind of settle for what they get.
I just don't think they know.
Tom, did he not
They don't even know.
anything? I mean, he obviously, they gave him training, it's just that he was a high phlegmatic, that he didn't want to do it, and he was a
He did
widget
want to
maker.
do it. He did want to do it, and he tried, but
Right, but
it
he's
was
a
very
pragmatic, so-
challenging. And he was like, "I'm trying, I'm doing everything I can," but he didn't have the natural ability to talk and close. He can't close.
Right,
couldn't
because he was a
close anybody.
phlegmatic, he was a
Yeah.
widget maker, right?
Yeah, yeah. He's a great.
Well, you had that, plus low motivation, plus
bad-
no
bad
systems,
training, bad
and
training.
no training.
None. It was really.
I mean, we got multiple things going wrong here.
I mean, but he had training, because it was just training from that other coaching group, which probably just sucked.
Well, wait a minute. Yeah, let's define training. Was it through the 4 steps of awareness? No. No. Unless he was seeing patients, getting patients out there and doing report of
No.
findings.
They tried to
they
teach
were
him
just-
how to do a lecture and go out and talk to people on the street.
Okay. Okay. And then, so 6 months later, you see it's not going well. And then when did you finally, what happened to make you finally pull the trigger and say, this is going in the red, this is not right?
Well, he was seeing probably 10 or 15 patients a week. And so, I mean, I was losing money every single week, but we were like, I wasn't losing that much.
Right.
And so I kept hoping things would get better and we'd move on to the next thing and next thing. And I told him a 1-year trial. And so.
Oh, I see. So
we
you
didn't
were,
actually have a contract.
okay,
but-
so you were just kind of mentally obligated to 1 year.
Oh, yeah, and
I
I'm
see.
non-confrontational.
Right.
The guy's a super nice guy.
So
that
when
wants
that
to
year's
fire.
ending, you're
Well, we got
just
up to
saying
11
it's,
months. I'm like, this isn't working out. Let's just cut it short
Okay,
now.
I'm with you.
And he goes, I agree. And well, okay.
okay. Now, looking back, so see how all these things we talk about, he didn't do any of them, there were none of them done right. So he had everything working against him, and of course he got the results of that, just like you're getting the results of it. Now, knowing what you know now and all the systems, do you think you could have salvaged him? You thought you put up systems and trained him and made him productive?
I would hire him today.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a great worker and great personality.
Even though he's phlegmatic?
Yeah, he wasn't super strong phlegmatic, so he could either be like the core, an anchor guy.
Okay.
And he'd do a great
Okay.
job seeing patients.
So
and he
you would-
might even learn to do and
Okay,
close patients.
so you like everything, knowing what you know now, but you see him more as an anchor. You're going, yeah, I could definitely make it work as an anchor doctor.
Yeah, and he's running his own office right now and seeing 60, 70 patients visits a week, and will probably make 60, 70.
Now, what does that say? If it's all this with no training, what can we do with our systems if he's seeing 60 a week? What's going to be our limiting factor with this guy? Motivation. Motivation. We will easily be able to get him to 100, 100, 120, right? But what happens with the money? Right? And then what happens to the survival security? And now does he have the internal pain? Or was it reset by the 9 steps we talked about? There you are.